Maya had a complex society. Most artistic and cultural achievement came about during the Classic period, 300 to 900 AD. The Maya developed a complex hierarchical society divided into classes and professions. Centralized governments, headed by a king, ruled territories with clearly defined boundaries. These borders changed as the various states lost and gained control over territory. Mayan centers flourished in Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. The major cities of the Classic period were Tikal in Guatemala, Palenque and Yaxchilan in Chiapas, Mexico, and Copan and Quirigua in Honduras. For most of this period, the majority of the Maya population lived in the central lowlands of Mexico and Belize. The northern Yucatan, where present-day Cancun is located, was sparsely populated for most of the Classic period with only a few cities. During the 9th century, the population centers of the central lowlands declined significantly. This decline was very rapid and is attributed to famine, drought, breakdowns in trade, and political fragmentation. Fragmentation from large states into smaller city-states focused resources on rivalries between cities, including not just wars, but competitions of architecture and art between rival cities. As the cities in the lowlands declined, urban centers sprung up in the northern Yucatan, including Uxmal near Mérida. Anthropologists used to contrast the peaceful Maya with the bloodthirsty Aztecs of central Mexico. Although human sacrifice was not as important to the Maya as to the Aztec, blood sacrifice played a major role in their religion. The Mayan civilization was the height of pre-Columbian culture. They made significant discoveries in science, including the use of the zero in mathematics. Their writing was the only one in America capable of expressing all types of thought. Glyphs either represent syllables or whole concepts, and were written on long strips of paper or carved and painted on stone. They are arranged to be read from left to right and top to bottom in pairs of columns. The Mayan calendar begins around 3114 BC. Before Mayan culture existed, and could measure time well into the future. They wrote detailed histories and used their calendar to predict the future and astrological events. Fray Diego de Landa, second bishop of the Yucatan, ordered a mass destruction of Mayan books in 1562, and only 3 survived. The Riviera Maya region. Characteristic of the Riviera Maya region is gorgeous scenery and an ecosystem overwhelming in its variety. Forests, jungles, archaeological zones, and beautiful beaches bordering crystal-clear turquoise waters. Many tropical jungles flourish on the region's flat land, with its beaches of soft and fine white sand. And its topography is characterized by coves, bays, and mangroves of incomparable beauty. Lagoons and sink waterholes, or cenotes, of great beauty can be found surrounded by the intense green of the Riviera's vegetation. Most of the Maya settled precisely around these cenotes, their bodies of freshwater pools that were used for sacred rituals. Playa del Carmen, once a quiet fishing village, is now home to internationally renowned hotels. The main ecological reserve of the zone, Sian Kaan, habitat of a rich flora and fauna, is located nearby. Perhaps the most important characteristic of this tourist destination is its diversity. A choice of adventure sports, golf, tennis, treks through the jungle on foot or horseback, water sports, sailing and boating, as well as touring the indescribable cultural and archaeological vestiges, legacy of the Maya world. One of the most popular activities is skin diving. For the Great Maya Reef, the second largest in the world, is located here. Also, different areas of the Riviera Maya, such as Tulum, or Skasel and Skaselito, were declared marine turtle sanctuaries in 1988, where a variety of species can be observed at close range. The outstanding archaeological zone of the Riviera Maya is Cobia, located 25 miles from Tulum, right in the jungle and surrounded by lakes. In its time, it was considered the southern capital of the Maya Empire. But perhaps the most beautiful of all these places is Zelha, whose strategic position made it a haven for boats, a commercial center, a gathering place and refuge for sailors, dating from pre-Hispanic times. As do all other archaeological zones, Zelha has a great number of ruins, although it is thought that most of them are covered over.